Hey Aaron, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Surviving the quarantine. How you doing, Zach?
I'm doing well. I'm here on the Beyond the Tap set at the studio. Where are you at?
I'm coming to you from Wagner, Oklahoma, specifically the animal clinic of Wagner. It's my dad's vet clinic. It's a great example of a small business that's making adjustments to get through this. Come on in, Dad. This is Dr. Peters. We got a little rabbit here that is in for a neuter. You don't think about rabbits. You think about dogs and cats getting spayed and neutered, but these rabbits need that too. And it's a lot has changed for vet clinics. They have to do it through the drive-through. So we're good with the rabbit, Dad. But it's a great example of just making adjustments and getting creative. And I know a lot of businesses in Northwest Arkansas are doing the same, Zach.
Absolutely, yeah. And supporting small business is important year round, but I think right now we're finding that it's more important than ever than to be out, support your small business, whether that be buying gift cards or ordering online for those that can, or ordering takeout. And so, here at Northwest Arkansas Alive, that's our purpose year round, is supporting small business. And so we're going to continue to do that during this pandemic. And obviously we can't be out creating content the way we typically do, filming in people's businesses and in their restaurants, even in their homes sometimes, right? Or on the golf course with them. That's difficult now. And so what we're going to do is start looking at the things we've already shot, the businesses we've already visited, the local businesses that, have already been on our show. Those are the ones right now that really need the hand and really need help. And need to get their message out of how they're serving the community. And so we're going to be setting up online interviews and online Skype chats and Zoom calls with you and some of our other hosts, with those local chefs, those local business owners, talking about what they're doing, how they're serving the community, and how they're stepping up to the plate to continue to run their business. And so that's kind of our plan moving forward.
Yeah, and that fits perfectly with us, because that gives us extra passion for this, because that's the businesses that we've been featuring on our show are the local small businesses that really need help right now. I've noticed that it's those businesses that are getting extra creative to survive, and I can't wait to do our small part to try and help, Zach.
Absolutely. I think everybody's pivoting, and we're going to do our part to do the same. So we'll be scheduling interviews for you, and be ready.
All right, I'm going to go play with some rabbits and some other animals, so I'll see you later.
Presented by NUNNALLY Chevrolet, the driving force of Northwest Arkansas. So excited about today's segment, because axe throwing actually is the most unique and popular sport that's popping up across the country. And Northwest Arkansas is no different. We start our journey at Urban Forest Axe House, where we're going to try to make a couple stick. Bryce Payton, one of the owners here at Urban Forest. Cool spot, man. Thanks for having us in.
Absolutely. Happy to have you guys here.
So let me guess, you were like 5 or 6 and you said, Mom, I want to grow up and own an axe house and make money watching people throw axes against the wall. That was your whole dream the whole time, right?
Yeah, close. We own a technology company. And as we would travel around to conferences and things in all these other major cities, we were looking for things to do at night, and we kept seeing axe throwing as one of the top 3 things to do in all these cities, whether it be Brooklyn, Dallas, Kansas City, everywhere we went. And said, let's do it here. Nobody had done it, and so we decided to launch into this. It's kind of the antithesis of what we do day to day, as far as notifications and screens everywhere. This is a way to escape and get a little bit primal.
Well, what's cool is when you think about axe throwing, you think outside.
Yeah, so it actually started in Canada, probably close to 10 years ago. Some guys were doing it, the whole community loved it, and so they moved it inside in Canada, and it just has taken off from there.
You could have opened it anywhere. Why is Northwest Arkansas the right place to accept something like this?
We love Northwest Arkansas. None of us are from here. We weren't born and raised here, but we have made this our home. We knew that anything we wanted to do, we had to do it here. As this area continues to grow, there just has to be more amenities to put us on par with some of these competing cities. We just like to be involved in bringing new things to the area, and this has definitely been a fun thing to be a part of.
Finally, one unique thing about this Axe House is that you guys provide coaching for every lane.
You will be with a coach the entire time you're with us. They will be teaching you how to throw, they'll be keeping you safe, but then they'll also be coordinating a bunch of different games, keeping score. So you don't have to know anything about axe throwing. You can come in here and have a great time because we try to take all that off your plate.
So are you one of the coaches yourselves?
Myself and the owners and our wives were all the inaugural coaching staff. We have now been able to train close to 15 other people here in Northwest Arkansas how to be axe coaches.
Yeah.
So our staff is continually growing and now they are evangelizing it.
All right, Bryce. Well, if you're a coach, how about we go take a free
Okay,
lesson?
let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
First, when we start, we've got two different sized axes here. What we found is that some people just throw one better than the other. I'm gonna say I usually tell people to start with the longer axe just because it has a little bit more force behind it and usually sticks a little bit easier. We're gonna take our dominant hand,
Okay.
the top of this grip, non-dominant hand under, okay? So that's how we're gonna grip it. And you wanna have a pretty loose grip on the axe. You don't wanna try to choke it to death. I tell people—
Kind of like a
act
golf club.
Yeah, hey, like you're holding a little baby bird or something. You don't wanna hurt it. You just—
But it's an axe.
But it's an axe, that's
Okay,
right.
yes.
So first thing, before we throw, I'm going to go wet these boards down. What this does, it softens up the wood a little bit, makes it stick a little bit easier, and also it prevents the boards from splitting. Now, what you're gonna wanna do, this is called the head of the axe right here. We're gonna point that where we want it to end up. The way I like to tell people is think about if you had like a basketball or a beach ball in your hand that you have to hold like this. When you throw those over your head, you basically just let go of them. You don't actually throw it like you would a baseball. We want to come back and just let go, and the weight of this head is going to cause it to do the rotation on its own. You don't have to add anything else to it. So you are going to hear me say whenever you're ready. When I give you that signal, that is your signal to come back and throw. Okay? Here we go. Whenever you're ready. Okay, good start. Good
I don't think
start.
I threw it hard enough.
First throw. It's all right.
I didn't even hit the entire board. Man, Bryce, good game, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks
Good
for
job.
coaching me.
Absolutely.
And thanks for having us over. I mean, this was a lot of fun. It's so unique.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be back.
Good.
And I think it's a concept that will stick.
Oh, we hope.
I'm Gan Nunnally at George Nunnally Chevrolet in Bentonville. For over 30 years, our family-owned dealership has helped our community find new roads and new trails to the amazing places that make Northwest Arkansas the greatest place on earth. And now, in cooperation with Bike NWA, Nunnally Chevrolet has created an exclusive edition of Austrails pickups and SUVs for the cyclist and outdoor enthusiast. There's never been a better time to enjoy the incredible Ozark Playground. Check out Nunnally's all-new Austrails edition exclusively at justtryme.com or come by our dealership in Bentonville to find out more.
Hey, coming to you from Rockin Baker in Fayetteville, Arkansas with Demaria, the owner. Last name Baker, that makes sense, right?
Yes, make it easy.
Really cool story about what's going on here, and I can't wait to share with our viewing audience about it. But you guys are hard at work making bread for a very special reason. Tell us about your business.
This is a non-profit bakery. I provide training here to individuals with learning disability, intellectual disabilities, to help them transition into a permanent employment. So the skills that they learn here, both trade and soft skills, are going to be very useful for them to get a job wherever they need to be.
That's awesome. It gets them ready for that next step.
Correct.
So why was it so important to get a business model that's going to help special needs kids instead of just making bread for money?
Well, if I have to make bread for money, I wouldn't be here. I would be in corporate doing what I used to do. I decided to do this because when I came to this country, I felt so welcome. And in somehow, I guess it was my way to pay back to everything that I received. I have to say that I have been very fortunate, either at work and professional and everything, and I have always been involved in the community, either providing some type of community creative center that I co-founded a few years ago to really helping on the education side. I'm a strong believer that I don't like to give people money. I like more to provide the skills that they need so that they can be successful on their own.
So how does it feel how gratifying is it to see one of your young people go through this process and then be able to move forward in life on a higher level?
I have to say that it is sometimes hard to describe, especially when they come here and some of them, they have been told what they could do, limit themselves. And what we let them do here is I kind of open the door and let them explore and really develop the skills that they feel that they can do. And then I help them find a job to other places.
That's
so it's
awesome.
really gratifying to see that evolution from when they come here within that box, and then when the box opens and you just see all this shine person coming through. So it's really beautiful.
And you guys are the exclusive providers for some local restaurants that our viewers know well. Talk to us about which restaurants you provide bread for.
The first one that we were able to secure as a customer was Big Orange in Roger.
Love Big Orange, yes.
Those big pillow brush loaf, yes. So we make all of those for them. We don't produce here anything gluten-free because there is open gallery, it will be cross-lamination, but we provide just a regular brush for them, and that will be a high volume with this. I mean, when you go there, it's always packed, so it's great to see people coming here say, oh, I want to buy the buns because I ate a Big Orange and I have to have that. So it's very fulfilling, that square. And also the holler, the hangout place in Bentonville, we provide the bread for them as well. And there are other different places.
So we've helped the young people, they're transitioning. We know how good it makes you feel personally. What's the different type of products that you have, and how proud of you are of these products?
We specialize on artisan bread. That means that we use really the old techniques of making bread, all natural, no preservatives, no additive, anything that you can see in the stores most of the time. So it's a very unique flavor. It has a deep flavor in the bread because it's mostly pre-fermented. We specialize here either on sourdough, baguettes, or anything that is pre-fermented either for a long period or overnight.
So you put your employees to work, but I'm here to work too. You want to go back to the kitchen?
You're going to.
Let's try it. All right. Okay. So what are we doing here?
Like Aaron, what you saw from the machine, some of those are really perfect to go,
Yeah.
but some of them are not. That means that we have to get them beautiful as a bun. So what you're going to do, you see that
mine,
one?
Yeah. I'm gonna go eat at Big Orange and just act like it's the bun I made.
Yeah, you tell me I made that one, right?
So how many of these will you do a day?
On a given day, it could be between 22 to 2,500.
What? My gosh, so you guys forearms, you get sore. Well, you guys do such a great job here, and we really appreciate you letting us come hang out.
Thank you for coming and talking with us.
Yeah.
I'm Gan Nunnally at George Nunnally Chevrolet in Bentonville. For over 30 years, our family-owned dealership has helped our community find new roads and new trails to the amazing places that make Northwest Arkansas the greatest place on earth. And now, in cooperation with Bike NWA, Nunnally Chevrolet has created an exclusive edition of Austrails pickups and SUVs for the cyclist and outdoor enthusiast. There's never been a better time to enjoy the incredible Ozark playground. Check out Nunnally's all-new Austrails edition exclusively at justtryme.com or come by our dealership in Bentonville to find out more.
Just off Main Street in Bentonville for this segment, where when you think of movies, you think of Hollywood, right? Well, Northwest Arkansas has something special of its own. Special effects, that is. People don't realize that Northwest Arkansas has a facility like yours in terms of special effects, visual effects, and CGI and the things that you do.
Yeah.
How would you explain it to somebody that isn't quite sure what you do?
If I was explaining what we do,
Yeah.
it's basically, anything you can't do in the real world, we can do in the computer for you. And that can range from, like I was telling you, as simple as taking signs off of buildings, so you're shooting something you don't want sign there, we can clean it out, to full CG environments that we can create and drop in the background of your stuff. So it's everything in between.
What, a long time ago, gave you the inspiration, the passion to go down this line of work?
What makes me love visual effects specifically is it's the escapism. Everybody here is sort of born with this innate desire to create in whatever fashion is, unique to them. So for me to be able to create worlds that you can escape into, to see things you've never seen before, that's what going to the movies for me is all about, is put something on the screen that I've never seen before.
So what's it like when you work on a project for a long time, you and your team, and then you finally see the final product? How does that make you feel to see it in its finished form?
I have to be really careful saying this, but when it comes to the process and what it's like watching this thing come to fruition, it's like having a child. Because, the whole process of growing a child up to the birthing, it starts out as this dream, you're gonna I'm gonna have this kid, it's gonna be beautiful, it's wonderful, and then halfway through the pregnancy, you're like, am I ready for this? When is this gonna end? And then the actual process of delivering, we call it in the industry, delivering our shots, is insane. You don't even know if you're doing it right.
Is my client gonna be happy?
You are done with the project at that point. People just wanna go home and go to sleep, But then afterwards, when you actually get to sit down and watch it, there's this sense of accomplishment. You're like, oh my gosh, we made it through. It looks great. We're so proud of our work.
Well, someone told me that you have an awesome virtual reality, station.
Yes.
And a CG suit and some other stuff that, my ears just perk up when I heard that. So can I go play with some of your toys?
Absolutely, that's what they're here for.
All right, let's do it, man.
Excellent. So I'll just take you down here and we're gonna check out in this room where we do our virtual reality and motion capture work. What we're really trying to get into is the ability to visualize what you're gonna do in a scene before you shoot it. For the low budget film world, one of the biggest challenges is budget. They don't have time to do their sets and practice camera takes. You get in there, you gotta shoot it. Right. So what we're trying to do here is a chance that a smaller group, just a director and a producer, can come in and go, what does our set look like? How do we want to shoot it? And figure out that whole plan here before you got a whole army of people standing around waiting for you to make those decisions. So now you're standing inside the world.
This is unbelievable because we were just checking it out on the screen.
Right.
You know, just for a second, you start to get like almost like a vertigo feeling, and then you settle right into it.
One of these has a camera. Do you see the camera? Which one is the camera? This one?
This one,
Okay.
yes.
So that is what the director would be holding and decide, you know, what he wants to shoot, what angles he wants to look at.
Oh, I just hit record. Is that bad?
No, that's totally fine. You're shooting a movie now, though, so.
And so this is the viewfinder to my camera in this world, and I'm sitting here making the movie. That is so sweet. So take this off. That was awesome, man.
All right, yeah, sweet. So this is what it's like being on the director's end of things.
Okay.
But if you're up for it, let's throw you in the suit, and you can see what it's like on the performance end of things.
I would love to check out the suit.
And
Let's check it
record
out.
the
All right.
movements, okay?
That sounds great.
Awesome.
Stand still.
There we go.
Just like try and touch your head.
The hand got a little funky there. It's using accelerometers and gyroscopes, so they all have to find their equilibrium, and then once you start moving it, it picks up on those motions and starts pulling it into the computer. And then what's nice about this system, while obviously the downside is it's not 100% accurate, you know, when you're trying to grab motion capture, it's also not limited to this room, so you could walk this whole facility and it would be streaming that motion capture data back to us.
Well, these producers don't tell me enough. I had no idea I'd have tights on today.
Yeah.
Or be in the CG world. Well, Dustin, thanks for the tour. Super impressive stuff, and it's really cool to have this right here in Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming by and playing with us.
All right, I'll be back soon.
All right, sounds good. Back to work.
We're dedicated to supporting higher education for real Arkansans, like Daviante, who went to SAU on a lottery scholarship and is now an attorney, or Allison, pursuing a degree in nursing from ASU, and Stephanie, who graduated from the Brightwater Culinary Program and now owns her own bakery. And those are just 3 of more than 275,000 scholarships the lottery has helped fund so far. You could be next. Apply now at scholarships.adhe.edu.
This is winning.
Well, first of all, before we go any farther, let's get a beer.
Let's get a beer.
Come on.
Like, we're just like,
all right. Oh. What is your most embarrassing drinking story?
I'm really happy to have friends that are making beers.
Cheers.
Hey guys, I'm Stephanie with Leisureless, and today I'm hosting Northwest Arkansas Live. Today we're at Ohana Poke in Fayetteville, and let's go inside and get started. So tell us a little bit about how it got started.
Amy, the other owner, she owns Osaka's Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Bar in Hot Springs, Arkansas. She would always, at the steakhouse, she would make her own bowl because it was easy to make, and she always likes to eat healthy. And so that's where we came up with the idea of starting a poke restaurant. We thought it'd be a good idea that we'd bring something like that to Fayetteville.
So tell us a little bit more about Amy and your other business partners.
Okay, so Amy is actually my mother, and the other business owner, Ben, she's a close friend of mine. We first met because she worked at Osaka's for many years. So Ben is the main person who stays here and watches over things, you know. Ben mainly, you know, runs the place whenever we're not around, you know, but, and my mother, Amy, she knows how to run things, so if she comes here and something's like not working, she'll like give us ways that we can improve it.
So if someone comes in who maybe doesn't like fish that much, do you have any other options?
Yes, we do have some cooked options for like protein. We have like chicken, octopus, or shrimp. I think people, when they think of poke, they think of only raw fish. You also have the option of eating, you know, cooked foods. You can put like chicken in it, and then you can just put other vegetables with it, and then like sauces to make it, you know, a little different. almost everybody can eat poke. You just have to give it a try before, saying no, it's raw fish, because it's not just raw fish.
So I'd love to try some poke.
Okay, well, I mean, you actually get to cut a fish if you like.
I get to cut a fish?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm in, let's go.
This is Ben. She's, we talked about her earlier in the interview, and she's the other owner that basically runs Ohana whenever me and Amy aren't here. And so she's gonna teach you guys and you how to cut a piece of fish.
Okay, so what kind of fish is this?
This is tuna.
Okay.
So tuna's got red color, sort of, and then salmon is like a orange. So we keep the tuna like a small cubes, so it's easier when you eat it. It's like a small.
Okay.
Not too big, not too small.
So now that we've got our tuna, can we go out there and make the full bowl?
Of course. So, like in the menu up there, so we start from the first one, you choose your own base.
I should probably do brown rice.
You can do half, also you can do like half brown rice or half salad as well, if you would like that.
Let's do that.
Let's do
I'll
that.
do half brown rice, half salad.
You want to go ahead and start doing it?
Let's do it.
And we're gonna mix the fish in the separate bowl.
I think I'd probably like some avocado. I don't know the proper amount, so I don't want to.
You're good. We got some pineapples.
Okay. I trust your suggestions on what will go with the sauces. So
that's good. Anything else you would like on it?
I think this looks like a great bowl.
Awesome.
First bite. Okay.
Okay.
Mmm.
What do you think?
That's really good.
That's good.
Yeah. All right, guys, if you haven't been by Ohana Poke in Fayetteville off of MLK next to the university, come check it out. It's incredible. The staff is wonderful. And you may try something you've never thought you'd try before, like today I tried octopus for the first time. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna finish my bowl.
Thank you for joining us on another adventure with Northwest Arkansas Alive. Our region is full of excitement and opportunities that demonstrate why this is one of the fastest growing areas in the nation and the best place to be. We want to remind you that you can watch this episode and all of our previous episodes anywhere, anytime at NWAalive.com. And of course, we hope you'll join us next time as we pursue the people, places, and events that truly make Northwest Arkansas alive. Ah, you got my nose in that one. Hey, if you liked that episode, and I know you did, do you know we have a YouTube page? That's where you can watch our show on your phone, your smart TV, any place. So make sure and subscribe on YouTube. And what about your favorite episode? Tell us about it on Instagram or Facebook, and don't forget to share it with your friends. Also, smash that like button.